Hi guys, I'm Graphic here, and this is another DC Legends video. If you're wondering, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt from the last video. Why? Because I have to record these in bunches because I have a full-time job. So I have to record everything on a day when I have a chance. So there you go. In this video, I wanted to go over my top 5 campaign farmable heroes. This is geared more towards early game players, mid game players, to let you know the heroes that help me out to progress in the game, and the ones that I think you should be putting your investment, that you should be investing in, the ones that you want to keep using their, you want to keep going through their nodes, you want to keep farming their frags, if I can remember how to speak English. So in any case, here are the top 5. Let's go ahead and start here. Now, this one I'm going to put on, and actually, you know what? No, I have to make a change. I want to make a change right now on the fly. Sorry. Okay. And I think actually that one might be number 2. So I have to put this one at number 5. And I hate doing it because I really do love him. I think he is my favorite, but I have to be fair to it. I think I have just really good RNG. I've taken him RB2 because I love him so much, and that's Bane. Bane, in my heart of hearts, he's my number 1 on this list, but I have to put him number 5 because he is very RNG dependent. And while I was playing the game, when I first started playing the game, I was using Bane, and he was taking out like Power Girl. That's how insane he would be. He would just keep going and going, and these out of turn hits would keep going and going, and he would keep stacking strength downs on Power Girl to where she was just basically neutered and couldn't do anything, and he would just slowly but surely knock her out. Like I've had matches where he just completely takes over. He's the last one standing, and he keeps doing venom injection. And let's go through it again. Damage to an enemy, plus 105% damage if Bane is mending, plus 20% critical hit chance if Bane is mending. Apply 5 strength downs to target if Bane is overhealed. Bane, if you run him with Enchantress, for example, starts off overhealed, but then he can go into Venom Injection, get the mends. By the second round, he's already overhealed and ready to go. So, Venom Injection. Gain 4 mends. Light heal to Bane. Excuse me. Gain stun immunity, crit immunity, and 2 strength ups. So, if he's getting, and I'll just go down here and do this real quick. I am Bane. Passive ability. 45% chance to use Venom Injection if Bane takes damage. It says 45%. I'm telling you right now, for me, and this is why I can't really, others say that they can't stand Bane or they don't like him because he's so RNG dependent. Same reason why I hate Harley Quinn. Like, she's so RNG dependent. However, this is such a plus because I promise you, whenever I use him, sometimes it doesn't proc, but when it does, it feels like it goes back to back to back to back. And like every time it feels like it's 100%. It feels like every time he gets touched, he's procking this. So it's great. And therefore, when you go back to the therefore, why did I throw a therefore in there? And then when you go back, you're stacking these strength ups over and over and over and over and over again. So just making him stronger and stronger. He's overhealing. He's giving himself mend. Goes back to this. Then he's applying strength downs. I love it. And then on top of it, backbreaker, heavy damage, sad moment, backbreaker. That wasn't fair. 1992 comic. I remember buying that comic. Heavy damage to an enemy. Actually, I remember buying the comic before that comic as well, because that comic was announcing that something was about to happen to Batman, and it was, but it gave us Azrael. So brighter side. And another side note, why does Batman's spy get healed but Batgirl's doesn't? Anyway, heavy damage to an enemy. Stun target if Bane is mending. He's always mending. -1 cooldown. Incredible ability. So I think I've spoken enough about Bane. I really do love him. I wish he was number 1 on my list, but I have to be fair. The RNG can make him iffy. So not as reliable. And if you're early to mid game, you're trying to find the tunes that are most reliable. But I do love Bane. Next on the list is this tune. I unfortunately did not take her higher until it was too late. Ooh, she's not a villain. She is the hero of all heroes. Wonder Woman POT. I wish they would give her a power creep, like a little power boost, because her kit is perfect. She's just a victim to power creep. Like, she's just not as strong in the mid game. When you're playing in the mid game and you run into a PvP, she's obnoxious with how much she attacks and how much damage she causes. So, in any case, damage to an enemy, 70% chance to purge one debuff from Wonder Woman. And let me see, what's this? Oh, 100% chance if I rained it out. Purge one debuff on each ally if Wonder Woman has no debuffs. That's stupid good. Power of Truth. There's a +1 purge right there, so you know. Purge 9 buffs from self. Purge 3 buffs and apply 10% turn meter up to all allies. That is stupid good. Turn meter manipulation is awesome at purging buffs, especially in PvP where buffs are being thrown around like Skittles. Like, it's great. And then apply debuff immunity to all allies. It is great. It's a great ability. And then this one, heavy damage to an enemy and purge 4 buffs from an enemy. Apply buff immunity to enemy. That's awesome as well. Because those who like to buff a lot, let's go to your Lexes, let's go to your Superman. She's great against Superman if you get her in the beginning. Actually, no, scratch that. I wasn't thinking Superman. Arcus. Sorry, I don't know why I could. Well, they're both aliens and male. So, anyway, and that's probably the only thing they have in common. He's so stupid. All right. Anyway, so his ability hits hard as all get out as well. And the reason why that's great is because, let's see, is this it? Yeah. So when she's at team lead, at the end of turn, use Fury of Zeus. At the end of her turn, use Fury of Zeus if no allies have a debuff. So that means you hit with the Fury of Zeus one time, and then you hit with it again. Or you hit with Amazon Strike, and then you hit with Fury of Zeus again. Or you do Power of Truth. You know what I mean? Like, every time she's using Fury of Zeus if your team doesn't have debuffs. Or Power of Truth, which is purging those debuffs here. Power of Truth, which purges those Power of Truth if all allies have a debuff. Now, the weird thing that's kind of in this is if only one of your teammates has a debuff, then neither one of these will proc. So it's kind of just weird in that way. You're kind of hoping for all or nothing in that situation. But she is an incredible, incredible toon. Great for early to mid game. Definitely worth farming. So, and I wish I had done it earlier. I wish I started farming her like as soon as I got to her node. She is campaign 3, campaign heroic, level 3, chapter 3, last node. And I still farm her. If you can't tell, I still farm her now. And I might rebirth 2, but I'm hoping they give her a power creep when I'm just hoping they give her just a power creep. Don't change your kit. Just boost your power levels a little bit. Anyway, so next on the list. Ooh, difficult decision to make. Okay. This might cause some people to disagree, and if you do disagree, I get it. I understand. Number 3 on this list is Lex. For obvious reasons, then if you don't know, then I guess I'll have to explain it to you. But on his A1, it does hit very hard, and it purges buffs, 4 buffs, and then also applies buff immunity. Nanomeds, his A2, apply 4 speed ups, light overheal to all allies, purge 2 buffs, and apply 20% turn meter up to all allies. This is wonderful. This is great. This hits like a Mack truck. Metahuman deterrent. Heavy special damage and 60% turn meter down to an enemy. You don't even need the 60% turn meter down because whatever you're hitting is going to be dead 9 times out of 10. Apply silence to an enemy and call assist. So it's like, just in case you didn't get killed, let me call somebody over to finish the job. And if you're still alive after that, 60% turn meter down. And then as team lead, all allies gain a medium overheal and 2 intelligence up if buffed. That goes, if you've played this game for longer than a week, you've seen it in action, and you know how annoying and frustrating it could be. And I know plenty of people would probably say he should be number 1 on the list. I mean, since the Martian Manhunter, Cheetah, Impulse to a smaller degree, I got some flack for that, but now he's not as powerful as he was, let's say, a few months ago. But he's still a solid lead, like beyond solid, still a top 5 lead. So Yeah, I can see where people would be upset about Lex being number 3. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I had to make a choice, right? Now, next on this list, number 2. Oh, and I can already just like hear people just being upset about where I put Lex, but it is what it is. Okay, so number 2, Star Sapphire. Star Sapphire, I'm putting on this list at number 2 for one very specific reason. This light special damage, apply 4 strength downs, 4 int downs to all enemies. That is more valuable than you realize until you actually need it when you're going up against an Arcus or an Azrael. Now you're saying, oh, well, Arcus and Azrael, if I hit them, they're going to buff. No, they won't, because she applies a buff immunity to all enemies. So she's so effective at neutering those toons that ramp up so quickly, or can ramp up so quickly when you take damage. So, like I said, your Azraels, your Arcuses, your Power Girls, like she is great at that. Then at her A1 special damage, it hits pretty hard too, and apply 2 strength downs and 1 int down. Why is this only 1 int down? How many rings do I have? I'm trying to save my rings for Dark Side. I feel like I should take this now, but I'll just wait. I'm saving my rings for Dark Side. Strikes twice if Star Sapphire is overhealed. She's always overhealed. Power of Love, heavy overheal, and 15% shield to an ally and Star Sapphire. You should never use this ability on yourself because she's already healing herself, giving herself 15% shield, and then purging buffs from each target. Star Sapphire and the person that you targeted, the toon that you targeted. Love grows. 70% chance to apply 3 mins and crit immunity to an ally if they get buffed. This was already good before she got a rework. It's still great now. If you run her with Flash or Barda, anyone who just stacks a lot of buffs, Bane, she's great. She's great. Next you have Love Unending. When Star Sapphire dies, apply 70%, and I think it's up to 100% true heal and 1 awareness to all allies. The 1 awareness I was not aware of. I think that's new from their rework from a while ago, which shows you, shows you I didn't really pay attention to that. I just saw all the other stuff and I forgot about this awareness. That's even more incredible. So she's even better than I thought. So I'm even more certain that she should be number 2 on this list. And number 1 on this list is one of the most boring heroes in the DC universe, in my humble opinion. I know they tried to make him into a bad boy at some point in the early 90s. It didn't work. For me, at least. I'm not a huge fan of him. But here we go. Energy, Earthling, Male. Green Lantern Hal Jordan. Green Lantern Hal Jordan, I rebirthed level 2. That is how good and reliable he is. That is how much you should be farming all of his nodes, because he has multiple nodes in campaign. He is that great. Great against Harley Quinn. Great against any debuffers because he gives debuff immunity for the first 2 turns. So, Team Lead. Apply 1 debuff immunity and 30% shield to all allies at the start of battle. Apply an extra debuff immunity to all allies. So 2 debuff immunities are applied. They last for 2 turns. And so you can deal with all kinds of things. You can deal with all kinds of debuffers from the start. Even your Constantines and your Black Mask, who debuff you when you kill an enemy. If you put Hal Jordan at lead, you can kill those enemies. If you can kill those enemies in the first round or 2, then you don't have to worry about those debuffs. So he is good. Damage to an enemy. Apply 24% shield to a random teammate. I don't like the random part, but what can I say? Call assist if Green Lantern is shielded. He's basically always shielded, so he's always calling an assist. Strength of Will. Gain 40% shield and 25% turn meter. Apply 10% shield to all teammates. This is a very Hal Jordan sounding ability, meaning very self-centered. When Strength of Will is used, reduce cooldown of all abilities by 1. Awesome. And then this Hammer Time, can't miss, purges 10 buffs from target. Heavy damage, pretty solid damage. But the thing that's best about it is it's a can't miss hammer that purges buffs, which just makes him the anti-Harley Quinn. He will take her out. He can take out Cassandra Cain, like all of those Eclipso. Even though he's a negative affinity to Eclipso, he can still take him out. So, and then Hard Light, at the beginning of each enemy's turn, 60% chance to gain 1 agility up and 1 int up if Green Lantern is not shielded. He's always shielded, so this isn't even. And that's the one thing about his kit that's weird too. His A1 is physical damage, but his A3 is special damage. It is what it is. In any case, he is number one on this list. He is reliable, solid, consistent. You will use him all the way through the end game. Same with Star Sapphire, actually. But you will use those two all. I just realized I have that couple as the top two. Huh, isn't that fun? In any case, he is one that you should definitely be farming and investing in most of all because you will be using him from early game to the end game. So, please like, please subscribe. Thank you for watching all the way through, and I'll see you guys next time.